The canyon swallowed his voice. One moment Captain Daniel Hayes was issuing calm, precise orders through the comms. The next there was a sharp crack of shifting stone and silence. The team froze, dust drifted through the scorching air, turning sunlight into a hazy blur. The narrow desert pass that had felt controlled minutes earlier now felt like a trap. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you re-watching from. I love knowing who is listening. They found him 20 yards back, half covered by rubble from a sudden rockslide triggered along the ridge. His helmet had taken most of the impact. He was breathing but unconscious for a unit that prided itself on composure. Panic crept in quietly. Hayes wasn't just their commanding officer, he was their center of gravity, the one who steadied hands before missions and made impossible decisions look simple. Without him, the desert felt bigger. Extraction point is 2 miles east. One operator muttered. We can't hold position long. They all knew the risk. The pass was exposed. High ground on both sides, limited visibility, and then there was Chief Lena Vance. She had earned the nickname Legendary long before this mission, a marksman whose precision had saved teams more times than anyone could count. But she hated the title. Legends felt distant. She was flesh and doubt and responsibility. She knelt beside Hayes, checking his pulse, strong, stable, her jaw tightened. She could already hear the unspoken thoughts in the air. She was the best shot they had. If trouble came, they needed her rifle free, not burdened. You stay back and cover, someone suggested carefully. We'll rotate carrying him. Lena looked up, eyes sharp beneath the brim of her helmet. No, she said quietly. The word wasn't loud, but it carried. Splitting strength meant weakening the whole. They would move slower, rotating, less coordinated, more vulnerable. She slid her rifle across her back and crouched lower, maneuvering Hayes onto her shoulders with practiced efficiency. He was taller, heavier, fully geared. The weight hit instantly. Her muscles protested. Heat pressed down from the cloudless sky. Sand shifted beneath every step. But she stood. We moved together, she ordered. They advanced through the canyon in tight formation, boots crunching against gravel. Every shadow looked suspicious. Every echo felt amplified. Lena felt more than physical strain. She felt expectation. Years earlier, during selection, she had heard whispers that she was exceptional for her category, that she had something to prove. She had spent years proving it. Now wasn't about proving anything. It was about bringing him home. Halfway through the narrowest stretch, a flicker of movement caught her eye high along the ridge. Not obvious, just wrong. She eased Hayes carefully against a rock and signaled the team to halt. Her rifle came forward in one smooth motion. Through the scope, heat shimmer distorted the horizon. Then she saw it, a figure adjusting position behind a jagged outcrop. Time slowed. If she engaged directly, she might escalate. If she hesitated, the team could be exposed. She thought of Hayes the way he had once told her, after a brutal training cycle. Leadership isn't about being the loudest. It's about being the calmest when others can't be. She inhaled, adjusted. Instead of aiming center mass, she targeted the unstable stone just above the figure's cover. One precise shot, the rock fractured. A cascade of debris forced the observer backward and out of position without catastrophic force. Silence returned. The team didn't cheer, they didn't need to. They moved. The final mile stretched endlessly. Lena's shoulders burned, sweat blurred her vision. Her breathing grew heavier, but she didn't slow. Every step is deliberate. When the distant thrum of the extraction helicopter finally echoed across the open plateau, something shifted in the group, not relief exactly, but resolve. They reached the landing zone just as the sun dipped low, painting the desert in amber light. Two operators rushed to lift Hayes onto the stretcher. Only then did Lena let her arms fall. They trembled. One teammate stepped beside her. You didn't have to carry him the whole way. She glanced at the helicopter, watching medics stabilize. Their captain? Yes, she said softly. I did. Hours later, at the base infirmary, Hayes regained consciousness. His first question wasn't about the mission. Did everyone make it? They did, someone replied, because she wouldn't leave you. When Lena entered the room, Hayes studied her with quiet understanding. You broke protocol, he said gently. She held his gaze. I protected the team. There it was, the moral line. Rules exist for order, but sometimes leadership demands something deeper than procedure. Hayes gave the faintest smile. You led. The word settled between them. Not legendary, not exceptional. Leader. That night, Lena stood alone outside the infirmary. The desert air had cooled, stars stretched endlessly above her. She had never wanted titles, only trust, and now she understood something she hadn't before. Legends aren't born from perfect shots, They're born from carrying weight when no one else can. The truth is simple. Courage is not about strength alone, it's about choosing responsibility over comfort. And sometimes the strongest hands are the ones steady enough to carry others through the storm. If this story moved you, tell me where you're watching from and share what leadership means to you. Subscribe to Cinematic Whispers for more powerful stories of resilience and don't miss the next story that might just change how you see strength.